On behalf of PEISA, Mr. Norman Moigeti partly could not make it, and he requested me to wear his shoes today. So I'm here on behalf of PEISA. I want to also acknowledge the officials from the department. I would like to also acknowledge the officials from subject experts, the advisors, Old Mutual, teaching us how to get married. I think I'm going to get married again and make such good decisions. The principals, very important, and lovely teachers. We love you guys. You're doing a wonderful job. And of course, one thing I've learned today is how to wash my hands. This was a good lesson. I know now how to wash my hands. At my age, I took something home today. But we are talking physical education. Can we all stand up and test ourselves? This is physical activity. Now, can you just swing your left hand or your right hand? Just swing it so that you feel physical. You understand what I'm saying? The other hand as well. So that you feel, stretch a little bit. We are now part of the physical activity. Make a circle, 2 hands. Now take this circle, and put it on your chin. Everybody, sit down, you fail. The chin is here. Sit down. Everybody fail my test. Except on the cheek, not on the chicken. Ladies and gentlemen, Norman Page is our national coordinator for quality physical education in South Africa. He has sent me sincere apologies, he could not be here. So he requested me, Ezzy Seabelo from Rustenburg, to come and make a presentation or a motivation. I don't know how to call it. I was called to do a motivation or a talk. It doesn't matter, I'm here. So I'm based in Rustenburg, Bujana region. I have my own company called Unity Actions. I do quite a number of programs, including program director, but I charge. I don't do it for free. I do motivational talks. I do learnerships. I do schools programs as well. The reason why I was called by Norman is that in Rustenburg in 2015, we were able to put a physical education program, and we piloted it by approaching 6 primary schools around the Bujana. And the 6 primary schools that we approached were the following. Luga Primary School, are they here? Luga Primary School, Mohono Primary School, Ramutse Primary School, St. Michael's Primary School, my primary school where I started my schooling, and Vukusenzele Primary School, and Takadu Primary School. What we did, we put together a program to enhance physical education without taking away the critical part of schooling, which is education. School is there for academic performances. So what we did, we enhanced physical education through the life orientation period. We asked those 6 schools that I've mentioned to provide us with 2 educators, teachers, male and female. We also went to ask the SGBs around those schools to provide us with 2 community members who will be able to come together in a workshop on a monthly basis to enhance physical education. We are very fortunate because we were funded by the one of the mines, Impala Bafokeng Trust, funded the whole program. It was a great success. All the educators and the community members were trained. We take them through training to teach them the skills in terms of identifying talent within the schools. Now, identifying talent within the schools leads to sports in schools. Some years ago, I was approached by the then Minister of Sports, Bax Fikile Mbalula. He's been calling me. He called me sometime to say, look, I want to bring sports back into schools. And I said to him, you cannot bring sports back to school without one element, physical activity. Physical education is the bone of sports. You cannot do sports without physical activity. It's impossible. So go back to your drawing board, add one puzzle, you've missed one puzzle, hence our sport is not doing well. We cannot do sports without physical activity. Because with physical activity, you are involving every learner within the school. Whether you can, as long as you can walk. But with sports, we are limiting the number of kids who have to participate in a physical activity. Now in South Africa, we have few challenges. We have few challenges with regards to physical education. We've got a lack of capacity in implementing the physical education programs. We are busy trying to capacitate as much as educators, as far as community members, to be able to implement it. Once we can get the implementation correct, every learner will be given the opportunity. We also have a lack of understanding of the importance of physical education. Once you don't understand the importance of physical education, like it's happening in other schools, not in your schools, some teachers come with high heels and they sit under the umbrella and they say to our learners, please run 20 meters and come back and walk around with the umbrella, and that is physical activity. If you are doing it, you are guilty. I can see you in your eyes. Stop doing it. And another thing which is lacking in our country is the lack of facilities in order for us to be able to implement this physical education, and also perhaps a development of a policy. This is a policy that will cover the whole schools in the Northwest with regards to the entire country. We have to have a policy which determines the physical activity in the school, physical education. The teacher learner school material. They say a child in sport or a child in physical activity is a child free of prison. So if the children are not doing anything in school, they are in prison. Release them from prison by providing physical activities to them. Now, our main aim of introducing physical education was that we started with the foundation phase in those 6 schools I've mentioned, grade R to grade 3, and moving on to the other grades, the intermediate phase, moving on to the senior phase and the FAT phase. But we started with the foundation phase, but that's when you have to start practicing your physical education in the schools. Now, the role of physical education in the school is simple. We develop skills. Skills development will come from physical education. We develop knowledge, the understanding, the knowledge, and the values. If you don't understand your value as a person, what symbol is that? What represents? What symbol do you have? I know my symbol. If I can ask any of you here, what is your symbol? What represents you? Your value. My symbol is an arrow. I penetrate where people cannot penetrate. The arrow represents me because I go up. You know the arrow with the sharp edges? And how do I sharpen those edges? By learning more. But most importantly, by praying. Because without the prayer, you cannot do anything. You can do whatever. You can jump high and low. It's not raining because you're not praying. Have you ever prayed for the rain? We're all complaining it's hot. Have you prayed that there should not be heat? No answer. So a prayer sharpens my moods as I move along. Now in terms of the benefits of physical education in the schools, we have physical benefit. You build yourself strong. The physical build-up of a learner. The emotional build-up in terms of building the emotion of a learner. Starting from the phase, starting from the lower phase, going up to the higher phase. And also the cognitive and social. There's been an argument to say, does physical education improves academic performance? I'm not sure if the answers have been proved on that.
Yes.
I have learned it that way.
That's true.
I am what I am today because of sports. And sports cannot happen without physical activity. I have learned something in life, that without passion, you cannot make it. If you're not passionate about what you do, the gentleman who was here, you saw him, is passionate about what he does. You know, he sells old mutualities, he's got shares. Do you have shares? I think he's got shares. But if you don't have passion for what you do, you'll never make it. I made it through the passion. I made it. I've traveled the world. I've been to more than 15 countries so far. I've been to London, I've been to New York, I've been to Japan, I've been to Germany, I've been to Zanzibar, I've been to Mauritius, I've been to New York, I've been all over Belgravia because of the passion that I have, because of the oomph that I used to have. When I was told, go and talk about physical education, that's my number one priority because I'm doing it already. When I walk, I'm already in physical activity. I'm doing something, so it's easy to talk about that. I was very fortunate. I grew up in a village called Kanana. I'm not from Joburg. I know my car is GP, I'm still in the registration, but I'm from Kanana, Northwest. I was born in Kanana. We took a section in Rustenburg. I went to St. Michael's Primary School. I moved to St. Gerald's Middle School. Then I moved to Sekete High School. That's where I finished my matric. After matric, thank you. It's Friday. The taxis will always pedal down on Fridays. After matric, I went to then institution called Wits Technikon. At Wits Technikon, I didn't know what to study because I never got the guidance. I just went in and say, whatever course is open, can I register? Because I didn't know what to study. I didn't know what is it that I'm good at. And I went to Wits Technikon and I registered a course called Secretarial Administration to be a typist. And imagine easy typing the letters and registration. But there was only course available by then. During my second year, I realized that, listen, I cannot type, man. That's not my baby. That's maybe somebody, the women's staff maybe, sort of to be sexist, but I cannot type. But during that time when I was at Wits Technikon, I participated in quite a number of sporting activities. Now from those activities, I was identified by Wits Technikon Sports Management to say, look, from Rustenburg, we have identified you, we want to hire you immediately. But I said, I'm on my second year, it's in the middle of the year. They said, we give you a chance. Either you take this position or you continue with your studies. And I phoned my parents in Rustenburg and I said, Mommy, Daddy, I'm told that there's a job opportunity for me at Wits Technikon. Should I take it? Should I not take it? My parents said, it is your life. We have given you all the aspects of life. And my father, who didn't have any matric or anything, my father could not read and write. But he was the most successful person I've ever met in my life. Because my father taught me to pray. My father taught me to respect other people. My father taught me that with passion you can make it. That is the greatest man I've ever met in my life. He could not write or read, but he's the greatest man. May your soul rest in peace, my dear father. I still love you very much. So I had to make a decision. And they said, go and make your own decision. And I took the job at Wits Technikon. It was on the 1st of July 1995, in the middle of the year. And I realized that I am a sports person. I realized that this is where my talent is. So from 1995, I started to follow my own path. I neglected my secretarial course and I enrolled for sports management in the middle of the year. And I moved on at Wits Technikon from 95. Until I was promoted. I became the sports manager, and I traveled the world because I now become the president of the sports council in the whole country. I was leading the South African karate martial arts. I am a martial artist. I've got a black belt, second degree black belt. So be careful when you're sitting next to me. Because you are safe, you are protected. I'm going to So then I moved on with my life, and I enjoyed my work at Wits Technikon, changing the world, meeting other universities, until there was a big challenge now to say, we need to merge the two institutions, Wits Technikon and RAU. You remember RAU? Were you still born by then? Yeah. Some of you were not born when RAU was still existing. So RAU and Wits Technikon had to merge to build what you call UJ. Everybody say UJ today. When I say hello, you say? UJ. When I say hello, you say? Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. Now you are with me. Now we had to form the measure to merge the two institutions. And I was the only non-white from Wits Technikon. Remember, I was the only non-white. I'm the first non-white to work at the sports bureau at Wits Technikon. So Missy knows it. You know so Missy? Ask him about me. So we were working, I was the only guy who was taking the black guy to work in the African, to work in the Department of Sports. Now I had to merge, to be part of the merging committee, to merge RAU and West Technicon to form what we call UJ today. I'm very proud. I'm one of the people who came with the name UJ. So I'm very proud. There's a legacy that we have left behind. And I'm so happy and I'm blessed that I could play a role of merging the two institutions. That's how UJ was born, University of Johannesburg. And as I was busy at the University of Johannesburg, enjoying myself, enjoying my privileges, I was taken home by the king of the Royal Bafokeng in Phuket. Then Khosi came to Wits Technicon and he asked me to leave everything at UJ and come back home because home is where I belonged. Then I came back to Wits Technic, to Royal Bafokeng, where I started now forming the sports activities. I bought Platinum Stars, so it's gone now, the level of Platinum Stars. I was one of the people who built the Royal Marang Hotel. I was sitting with the committee. We hosted